Have you ever had one of those times where you just don't feel like yourself, or you feel stuck, or you kind of think like, this isn't the way I wanted my life to be? Well, I had one of those experiences during the start of the pandemic, and I made a decision to do something that actually kind of sounds a little bit silly right now. But I decided to just do something 5 to 10 minutes a day that brought me joy and had a high chance of getting me into flow. Now, I don't know if you know about flow, but flow is that experience we get when we're so absorbed in what we're doing that we lose track of time. Well, at that time in my life, I had been a coach and an energy healer. I had done speaking engagements and taught workshops, but I had gotten away from my one true love, and that was writing. It had been a really long time since I had really written as a daily practice. Now, I didn't know where this was going to lead me. I didn't have an intention to write a book or do anything like that. I just knew that I had separated from myself, that I was missing me, if that makes any sense. And so I challenged myself to do something every day that got me into flow. And for me, that was writing. And as soon as I started this, I started to feel better. And so I started telling my friends, and friends told friends, and soon a community grew around the world. And I wrote a book, and it was called Leap With Me, A Creative Path to Finding and Following Your True Voice. And that book was the framework of that book was a series of poems about my own creative process, the ups and downs, the flows, the ebbs, the flows, feeling stuck. It was really vulnerable poetry that was the foundation of the book. And then because I'm a coach, I put exercises to help people work with the themes in their own lives. But I always knew that there was another book, because as I've been doing this and involved in flow and growing this community of people experimenting with flow like me, I've been amazed by how many people don't know about the flow state. Or if they do, they kind of misunderstand it, or they think it's just about productivity, because there's so much out there about how flow helps us produce more and can be more productive. But what I've discovered is, in addition to that, flow also gives us a direct path to our true selves. That part of us, that peaceful part of us that we all long for, that best self. And here's the amazing thing. Flow also kicks off synchronicities. It almost feels miraculous, like the way that this community grew of other people just experimenting with flow. There's something so powerful and so innate within us. We're all encoded to get into flow. And when we do, not only does our emotional well-being, our physical well-being get better, we feel more passionate and have a greater sense of purpose. Synchronicities seem to happen, and it just sort of takes on a life of its own. So I really want to get the word out there about the power of flow. I just came out with this book. I've been so blessed to have it published by Hay House and Penguin Random House. And I believe it's time for flow. And I just want to share the message about how powerful flow is and how simple it can be to make flow a habit. Everyone knows how to flow. You might not know you know how to flow, and that's what this book is about. I made it specifically filled with tips and graphics. I wanted it to be easy to read for people that don't typically read books. It's got a lot of science, the latest peer-reviewed research on flow. I've made a lot of connections about how flow works in the brain and how it's healthy for us, but it's a guide to you uncovering your own unique formula for flow. So I hope you'll buy the book. I hope you'll spread the word. I hope you'll follow me, and we can get to know each other, and we can build a community and keep growing the magic that's already happening, which is spreading the word of flow, because flow is a way we take our power back. No matter what's happening in your life, the good news is you already have peace within you, and there is an innate, very practical path back to you. And it's through doing activities a few minutes at a time every day that you absolutely love. And that's how you build new neural pathways for flow so that flow becomes a habit and a way of life. And we magically meet each other and other people on this path who are lifting each other up and inspiring each other to do what we love, to be our best selves, to share our unique gifts with the world, and to flow. So I hope you'll follow me here and buy my book, tell friends about the book, and let's talk. Let's grow this whole movement of flow. Thank you.